Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman Returns the Penguin. This is the Penguin, played by Danny DeVito from Batman Returns. I got this guy at Target today, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus. DC Multiverse Batman Returns the Penguin. Deluxe Theatrical Edition. Here he is in the package. Looks like display stand, collector's card, hat, coat, umbrella. Batman Returns logo. Other side says the Penguin. And at the back, the bat, the cat, and the penguin. At the bottom, there's a barcode, if that helps anybody. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright. Now that we've got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a collector's card, penguin's hat, umbrella, and a cloth soft goods removal coat. Before I deload all that, let's talk about and check out this figure. So this is Penguin from Batman Returns, played by Danny DeVito, the second Tim Burton Batman film. The bat, the cat, and the penguin. And this is not the first Danny DeVito figure to come out in the 6 or 7 inch scale. It's actually the second one. Mattel made one. Now McFarlane, Beast Kingdom made an 8 inch scale version. So let's take a closer look. Start with this head here. I think it looks absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. They nailed it. Talk about a home run. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that he's kind of looking down because this guy's short, and really he's going to be looking up at most of the people. His teeth are disgusting. Black. He's got the pointy nose, bald head, scraggly looking hair. He's going to look even better with the hat on. He's got the weird sort of bow tie thing. Big vest with nice texturing. Big fat belly. Short, stubby legs. Now, the biggest thing they messed up on is, look at this. They gave him flippers on his right hand, and his left hand, they gave him 5 fingers. Like, that is inexcusable. I would understand more if you gave both the hands 5 fingers and it's messed up, but how could you do one right and one wrong? That means you knew what you were doing, you still fucked it up. Beyond that, this guy's damn near perfect, and it's almost enough to make me forgive this gross error because he looks so goddamn good. He has fur on the top of his coat, very well done, feels excellent. The coat itself feels very good, there's no bendy wire or anything, but it sits very nicely on top of each other. So this is an excellent, excellent penguin. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, it looks fantastic. It's ugly, it's hideous, it's disgusting, it's everything that it should be. And I don't know, on this hand, it's like they tried. I mean, you can totally see the 5 fingers on this side, but if you go to the other side, they kind of look connected like flippers. I don't know. Either way, they did a horrible job on his left hand. And then, here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand, typical McFarlane display stand we've seen countless times before. And then we have his collector's card. As you can see, it's a movie poster for Batman Returns, the bat, the cat, and the penguin. Batman Returns, Deluxe Theatrical Edition. On the back, there is a description. If you want to read that, pause now. Next, we have his coat. The coat is very nice. It's a sort of soft cloth gray material, and it stands up on its own pretty nicely. It doesn't just collapse onto the floor. It's got the sort of fox hair on the back. The collar, very well done. A bendy wire would have been nice in both sides here, but it's not really necessary. It does a pretty good job doing what you want it to do. And I think it looks good, feels good, pretty much happy with everything about it. Here's Penguin without the coat on, and then here with the coat on. Next we have his hat. Top hat for the Penguin, his fancy mayor outfit. Hat itself, pretty plain, pretty ordinary, looks like. Nice fancy dress top hat. Here's the Penguin with that hat on. It actually stays on there pretty secure. You can see I can actually lift the figure if you push it on properly. I'd be a little bit concerned getting sort of black scuffs on his pale, bald, white head there, but no issues so far. And then we have his umbrella. You can't have Penguin without an umbrella, and that was about the only sort of thing that was similar to his comic counterpart. This is a large, folded up umbrella. It's got sort of a point at the end. It's all done in the black color. Could use a little bit more variety on the paint, but it's not bad. Handle here. It looks good for what it is. Here's the Penguin. walking with that umbrella as a cane, and then here, holding and pointing that umbrella. Now to check out the reuse differences and similarities between this Batman Returns Penguin and, say, the comic version. And the reuse is going to be the feet, the legs, and the diaper piece are exactly the same. And that goes with the Arkham Penguin as well. And then the big belly, the arms, the hands, everything else is completely unique and retooled. So I don't know if you'd exactly call it the same base body, but the comic, Arkham, and movie Penguin figures all share the same legs. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 5.9 inches tall, which can translate to about 15 centimeters. And if you put the hat on him, he stands about 6.4 inches tall. And for his articulation, start with his head. It can rotate side to side, but not a lot. It's really tight between his collar and his hair. You can look up and down the tiniest little bit there. Shoulders on a ball joint goes out about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He does have a bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate, and it's hinged as well. Torso is one solid piece. It's got a ball joint in the waist. Rotate around, forward and back, littlest bit. Legs, they go out about this far. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is non-existent. They go forward, not much. Back, not at all. Single jointed knees with rotation. And then the ankle. Forward and back. Rotate, tilt, rock, it's all pretty hindered by the pant leg, and toe articulation. Here's a look at the Penguin, walking through the sewers of Gotham City, heading toward the mayoral election. And then here's Penguin, tipping off his hat, happy and celebrating his election. Now let's check them out, next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Penguin figures. Here's McFarlane's Danny DeVito Penguin, next to Mattel's version. I really do like the Mattel figure, but McFarlane completely blows it out of the water. This Mattel was part of their movie signature collection. A little bit more premium, a little more expensive. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Well, McFarlane won the coat. Way better than the Mattel version. The sculpt. Way better. Just the same thing, way more realistic. The face. Way better. I'm not trying to trash it. I love this figure. And this was from, I don't know, 8 years ago, something like that. But I don't ever in a million years see Mattel making something as good or better looking than that. Although Mattel did get 2 flippers right. Sigh. In addition to these 2 figures, way back in the day, Kenner made a Batman Returns Penguin, but it looked nothing like the Penguin for the movie. It looked like the old Superpowers version. And then Beast Kingdom made an 8-inch scale version in recent history, but I only collect a 6 and 7-inch, so I don't get the Beast Kingdom stings. And now let's check them out, next to some other McFarlane Penguin figures. Here's the Dan DeVito Penguin from Batman Returns, next to the Colin Farrell Penguin from The Batman. McFarlane has definitely come a long way since those days. The likeness to Dan DeVito is fantastic, the Colin Farrell one, not so much. They also released a version of Penguin from the video game Batman Arkham City, and they also made the classic comic version. Here are all of McFarlane's DC Multiverse Penguin figures. We have a total of 6 of them. Video game, comic, and a couple of live action. Now, there are plenty more versions I could do. Numerous looks for the comics, other video games, cartoons, and a couple other live action figures. Here he is, next to some Diamond Select Toys TV show Gotham Penguin figures. Then, with all my DC Direct and DC Collectibles Penguin figures, I believe I'm missing the Silver Age and Dark Victory versions from DC Direct. And now, with my Mattel Penguin figures. Next, with McFarlane's 1966 Batman Classic TV Series Penguin figures. And here he is, next to an older Kenner Penguin figure. Here are all the live-action versions of the Penguin. We have the Batman Classic TV Series 1966 version, Batman Returns, TV show Gotham, and The Batman. That's pretty cool that Diamond Select made the Batman version in 7-inch scale. It'd be nice if somebody would do the Burgess Meredith retro TV show version. Here's a look at all of the Penguin figures I have in my collection. I believe that I have all of them in the 6 and 7-inch scale, except for the 2 I mentioned earlier, DC Direct Silver Age and Dark Victory. If there are any others I'm forgetting about, please drop me a line in the comments below. And now let's check him out with some Penguin Henchmen. Here he is with a DC Direct, Arkham City, Mr. Sickle. Mr. Sickle was the Siamese twin with Mr. Hammer. Mr. Hammer worked for the Joker Gang, and Mr. Sickle, the Penguin Gang. And here, with all my Arkham City themed Penguin Henchmen, here's the Penguin next to a fresh monkey, batter Santa figure. I use this guy for Ricky Loose Lips LeBlanc from Arkham Origins. And here, with the Kabuki twins, kind of like his henchmen from the animated show The Batman. And here, with a bunch of different various actual penguins. I can't wait to give these Penguin Commandos an upgrade. And here, with the neck of Bruce, the shark from Jaws. I use this as Penguin Shark, like you had in Arkham City. Here's the Penguin, next to the rest of the Batman Returns wave. The Bat, the Cat, the Penguin, and Max Shrek. And of course, you can add the Michael Go Alfred to the Returns wave, even though technically he's based off the '89 film. Here's the entire Rogues Gallery from the Burton and Schumacher franchise. Catwoman and Penguin, Two-Face and the Riddler, and Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy. The only two we're really missing is the Joker and Bane. And I understand it being difficult to get the likeness for Jack Nicholson. It's very expensive. The return on investment for these cheaper figures is hard to get. But Bane, we really need to get that figure before the line is over. Now let's check him out, next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the rest of the deluxe theatrical assortment that I found at Target today. Batman, Catwoman, Penguin, Max Shrek, and the all-ball-out Peacemaker. And here he is, next to some more figures I found at Target recently. We have the Red Platinum Guardian, Hush Riddler, DC Classics Scarecrow and Batgirl, and the Red Platinum Dark Flash. Then, next to McFarlane Toy Store exclusive Gold Label Mr. Bones and Obsidian. And now, with the Target exclusive Gold Label Sandman and Mr. Miracle. And here he is, with some recent McFarlane Collector's Edition figures. Both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Dark Archer, Dark Stars, Metron, Kite Man, Mirror Master, and Deathstroke. I'm desperate on the hunt for a pair of both regular and Platinum versions of the Collector's Edition Beast Boy. If anyone has some information, can point me in the right direction, or can possibly help me out, please drop me a line in the comments below. It is much appreciated. Then, with the previous Batman wave, Troika Batman, Kenner Homage Azrael, and Luke Fox Batwing, and now, with the fourth digital wave, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of No Man's Land Batman, Monarch, Disco Nightwing, and Spoiler, and finally, with the green and yellow Rainbow Batman figures. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you will know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they are typically the 7-inch scale. Even though this guy is considerably shorter, he's still part of a 7-inch scale action figure line. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and then work my smaller. Here he is, with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figures, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. And now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and Diamond Select Toys. Here's the Penguin, next to a banana. And here he is, with some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, this is a fantastic Penguin figure. I think the likeness to Danny DeVito is excellent. The nose, the face, the eyes, the paint job, very well done. He has the hat, excellent soft goods coat with fur on the brim, and an umbrella. What more can you ask for? Well, it would be cool to have one of those trick umbrellas. Now, the only real negative about this guy is that goddamn left hand with the 5 fingers. I do not understand how they possibly could mess that up. That sucks so bad. Beyond that, the figure is perfection. His articulation is a little bit limited, but what do you expect? You got a big, giant, fat, overweight, short guy. It just looks great. I can't wait to get the GameStop exclusive version. If I were to rate this figure, man, I want to give him a 9 out of 10, but I think that hand is going to push him down to 8.5. But he looks damn good. This entire wave is a series of home runs from McFarlane Toys. Very, very nice job. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, head to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.